Hey guys, and welcome back. Welcome to the third part of Boys of Yoga and Men's Health Yoga series. This is Stretch and Reset. I'm Michael James Wong. Chris is back with us, and obviously Mr. PMA himself, Faisal's back. So, we've done 2 videos already, and we've looked at different parts of the body. So we've released a bit of the shoulders, we've kind of worked through the lower back, but obviously today we're gonna look at a part that kind of usually needs a bit more love than anything else, the hamstrings. And so we've got 3 poses again that we're gonna break down. It is yoga, but ultimately what we're looking at is complementary things, complementary stretches that really just bring the body back into balance. Whether you're in the gym, like we talked about, whether you're in class with this guy or this guy, all these things are really great ways just to support what you're already doing. That's what yoga's about. So pose 1 is a nice simple forward bend. So boys, if you wouldn't mind, top of the mat, you're essentially gonna allow yourself a nice forward bend. Good, so Faisal, just move up just a bit so you guys are in line. Keep the knees slightly bent today so you've got a bit of space to let the chest drop a bit deeper. And depending on what feels good, depending on what's good in the shoulders and the arms, you've got 2 variations. Like Faisal here, you can keep the arms crossed and just use the weight of your shoulders and your arms to help draw the spine a bit longer from the hips. Or if you're a bit more open like Chris, you can just let everything kind of lengthen out and dangle down a bit more. Both are great, personal practice. It's always what yoga's about. But in this pose, in a nice forward bend, to really make it effective, you just keep the knees slightly bent and you kind of roll the tailbone or lift the hips up towards the sky a bit more. That way you really target into the back of the hamstrings. And this is such a simple pose that you can do to really lengthen out and give a bit more space back to the body. And for me, anytime I need this, you just stay for about a minute or 2, maybe even longer, and it's a really nice way and you feel everything. It's one of those postures that doesn't look like much, but actually it feels really, really good. And that's what all these things are about. Cool. So you've got time here and you can always play with that space, but the second pose we're gonna run you through today is a half splits pose. So the guys here, they're literally just gonna step themselves back into a half split. So you kind of drop the left knee down, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna slide that right foot forward and you're gonna tuck the toes or point them towards you so you can elongate and engage the hamstrings. Now you keep the hips lifted. So just like Chris here, they're perpendicular above the knee and the mat, and you allow the hands just to be your guide to lengthen the hips back and the heart or the chest forward so you can really start to engage and send all the intention down into the back of these hamstrings. Now these guys are quite tight. Hamstrings are tight for everyone. It's one of those things that you just need to do it. But when you're there, it's try not to try so much. It's all about letting go, stretching the body, and really reset and restoring all the different elements, and especially these targeted muscles, to bring that body back into balance, just like we talked about. Guys, let's switch it up and do the left side as well. So make sure you balance things out, left side and right side, but always know that they're not going to be exactly the same. Every single one of us are different. Both of our sides are different. Our left side and our right side are going to be different. So don't expect to have the same depth or the same range. Just know that once you're in and once you feel it, you just take the time and you make the time really just to be here and sit in it for a minute or 2. You've got lots of time. And like anything, there's no rush in any of these postures. The beauty of how we restore the body through different kinds of restorative yoga poses is to use the time in your favor, not rush anything through. Cool? Beautiful. So obviously we could stay here for ages and I'm sure the guys would love it, but we're actually gonna move on to the last pose, which is a supine or a recline posture where we lengthen the hamstrings on our backs. So the guys are just gonna join on the back, and first take a moment before you rush into the next thing, just chill on the back body, let your hands come down to your side or anywhere that's comfy, and then we're gonna work one side at a time. So in a recline position allows you to kind of have a bit more ease and a little less strain. So draw your right knee to your chest and then use your hands just to grip either the top of the knee or the back of the hamstrings. This might already be enough. Or you can take the right heel to the sky, or you can take a variation like Chris, which lengthens a bit deeper, depending on how the range of your flexibility is. Or like Faisal, which is a really good example, you pop that left foot under and the knee up just so you disengage that left side and you can target more and really just spend time here opening it back up. And it should feel really good, yeah? Yeah? Nice. All right, obviously we'd love to stay for a long time, but make sure let's balance it out. So let's switch to the left side. And as the guys switch to the left side, and they're gonna just have a few moments by themselves, remember that when we look at the hamstrings, take time in these 3 poses to rest and restore And so like, we'll run you back through those simple 3 postures, and we've got the time. So this would be the third one, that supine or reclined hamstring posture. So make sure you take the time to work through all 3. Cool? All right, thanks guys. We'll see you in the next video. Enjoy, take time, rest, restore. Thanks guys. Peace.